Hello, I'm Alan Can. I'm the internet editor for the natural history section of the Leicester Literary and Philosophical Society. Because the natural history section hasn't been able to run our normal summer program this year, we've been having online monthly members meetings. And hopefully we'll have some news to share with you shortly about exciting developments to come. But today I just wanted to give you a flavour of some of the things that we've been discussing in our meetings over the summer. Because they've been private meetings, we can't share the meetings, but here's a topic that came up recently in one of the things that we discussed. This summer I've been working a lot on bugs, and specifically I've been quite interested in leafhoppers. As you can see, they come in a wide variety of shapes and colors, and they're actually quite difficult to identify. There are quite a lot of different leafhoppers. Mostly they're small. They're mostly under a centimetre long. Some are only a few millimetres. And at this time of year, they're extremely common. I've been finding them everywhere I go. Now, one leafhopper that pretty much everybody knows, although you might not recognize it from this, is the common froghopper. Now, the froghopper is familiar from the production of what people call cuckoo spit, which of course has nothing to do with cuckoos, the foam that the larvae produce in spring and early summer to hide away and avoid predators. And the adults are possibly less familiar, but they're around 7 or 8 millimeters long, and they look like this. Now, in fact, they're rather difficult to identify because there are a lot of other brown leafhoppers that you might confuse them with. And this is a great slide produced by David Gould, and it's on the Nature Spot website, and you can see the range of colors. So the pattern and the color doesn't actually identify a common froghopper for you, and they are very, very common indeed. So unfortunately, with most leafhoppers, we have to wind up dissecting them. And this is the very familiar adigus, or penis, if you want, of a common froghopper, and it's got this magnificent 6-antlered structure, as it's called. But also on the hind legs of the leafhopper, there are these series of spines on the tarsi, the hind feet, if you will. And the common froghopper has less than 10 spines in each of these rings, and other very similar species, very similar in appearance, have more than 10 spines. So that's a useful identification feature. But the evolutionary purpose of these signs is not to allow us to identify the insects, as this paper that was published earlier this year shows. The spines are actually quite important to the leafhoppers. And what these authors did was to take common froghopper and these are the anatomical pictures that they took, including their scanning electron micrographs, and they then allowed the froghopper to jump from various surfaces. So they allowed them to jump from ivy leaves, a natural surface, from epoxy resin, which is quite short, quite soft, resembles an ivy leaf in many ways, and from a hard glass surface. And you can see that from glass, the takeoff speed is much lower. It's only around 1 meter per second, whereas from a natural leaf, it's up around 4 meters per second. And in fact, these insects have the fastest acceleration of any known animal. They don't go the fastest overall, they don't jump the highest, but they accelerate the fastest. And you can also see that on a glass surface, the insect is unable to control its jump. Its takeoff angle goes a bit crazy. It basically jumps right up in the air. It doesn't get the forward motion that it needs to escape predators. So the next thing that they did was then look at the epoxy resin, and they could see holes in the epoxy resin, and you could see the same thing in the natural leaves. You can see that these spines actually penetrate the surface of the leaf, and they give the insect purchase for its jump. And in fact, you can identify the species of leafhopper from the pattern of spines left in the surface of the leaf. So I hope you enjoyed that. We've been having great discussions about natural history throughout the summer in our monthly meetings, and hopefully you'll be able to join us for further online meetings when we announce them over the coming weeks. Thanks very much. Hope you've enjoyed this YouTube video.